Okay, so Be'ezras Hashem, we are continuing with the weekly Zohar Shir on the Parsha of finding ourselves in the Ganda Oraisa, in the Garden of Torah, which is composed of the 53 Parshios of the Torah. And each Parsha provides a new way of looking into our experience with ourselves, our experience with the world, and our experience with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The secret of living with the times is uncovering the secret that is nested within the Torah itself to illuminate our minds and to heal us from the inside out and from the outside in these days themselves. That the ore of Parshas Vayishlach, the ore of the encounter with Yaakov Avinu and Esav, the ore of the encounter of Yaakov Avinu in the depths of nighttime, all of these things, the taking of the gifts, the bowing down, Kavyachol, to what seems to be Esav, the process away from Esav, all of these associations are taking place in real time in our own minds and our own lives, and we can glean insight and redemptive insight from the Zohar Kadosh in terms of how to access that in our day-to-day moments. So the Zohar Kadosh describes the process of Yaakov Avinu's tefillah to HaKadosh Baruch Hu prior to the encounter with Esav. That prior to the encounter with Esav's camp, the knowledge that there was a death-destroying power within the world. There was the desire of Esav Harasha to destroy Yaakov, the anger over the stolen blessings, the time taken when Yaakov Avinu had engaged with Lavan, engaged with that world of trickery, uncovered the lights of Leah and Rachel, and now came armed both with his cherev and his keshet, both with all of his camps, all of his strength, with Yosef HaTzadik, with all of the koyach, im Lavan Garti, im Tarek Mitzvah Shamarti, that not only am I capable of finding Rebbeinu Shleilim in the light of day, but I'm even capable of finding a Kadosh Baruch Hu in the light of concealment and the trickery of Lavan. And so Yaakov Avinu was saying to Esav Harasha that you think darkness is going to scare me? I've just come from darkness and I've revealed there that there's a light there as well. And Mamela, I'm going to do that here as well. And Yaakov comes and he prepares himself. And in addition to setting up his camps, he comes to recognize the ore of Katointi Mikol HaChasadim. He comes to recognize that he's deserving of nothing, and that ultimately each and every person, Nishmas Yisrael, is nothing but a shliach for HaKadosh Baruch Hu and shliach shel Adam Kamoso. And in accordance with the Bittul HaGamor that's mushrish in Yaakov and Yisrael, that's Oila Ad Ein Soif Mamish, to the secret of Pnimius Hadas, which is the Pnimius of Keser, which takes a person to a place of Malchus HaGenuzah Adla, where a person is absolute ayin, but at the very same point their ani is nisgala, and it gives them the koyach to carry out their shlichus with the full recognition that I am not in charge of anything. I'm just the shliach. Yaakov Avinu enters into that place of katonte mikol chasadim, and it's the process of davening, the process of being mispalel HaKadosh Baruch Hu that Yaakov Avinu teaches us most. What to do when we encounter the face of Esav, what to do when we encounter Achi Esav, what appears to be destructive, what appears to be dangerous. How do we engage? How do we mispalel properly? How do we engage into the secret of that encounter with darkness through the secret of tefillah, through the koyach of David Malka Mashiach? So the Zohar Kadosh describes first and foremost on Daf Kuf Samech Ches Amud Beis the secret of the tefillah le'ani, that the tefillah of Yaakov Avinu is the tefillah le'ani, the tefillah that is the destitute prayer that is based on nothing of its own, but rather the simple hopelessness at the heart of feeling that I don't have anything to hold on to, and screaming out from that place, uncovering the hitherto unrevealed power that always rested within me, to uncover that secret of David HaMelech that lives even after apparent death, that secret of transforming destitution and nothingness into a place where HaKadosh Baruch Hu shines forth his absolute highest light imaginable. The secret of Tefillah Li'ani, the secret of the prayer of the person in a moment of desperation, is the secret that is listened to the most. It's the Tefillah that shatters all partitions. And the Zohar Kadosh associates this Tefillah with the Tefillah of Moshe, corresponding one to the other. The Tefillah of Moshe corresponds to the Tefillin Shel Rosh, the place where I'm connected to the Das of Moshe in me, where I'm associated with Torah, where I'm conceptually attached to Rebbeinu Shleilim, where I have comfort, where things are rationally clear. And then there's the Tefillin Shel Yad, which is the secret of the Tefillah La'ani, the Tefillah of David, which is the lived engagement in this world. And a Yid has to be proficient in both and an expert in both the Tefillin Shel Rosh, which is the Tefillah LaMoshe, as well as the Tefillin Shel Yad, which is the Tefillah La'ani, to be an impoverished individual with nothing of my own, but from within that impoverishment of spirit to come to a place of a richness of spirit, the Ashiras de Kedusha, when I realize that I have nothing of my own, but because I have nothing of my own, I have everything, because Imanikan HaKolkan, like Hillel Zaken says, that when a person recognizes the secret of Bittul, which is the secret of Hillel, which is the secret of the Gematria of Adnus, which is the shame, Aleph Daled Nun Yud, which represents nothing, which is Malchus itself, it's specifically there that I have everything. Imanikan, if I recognize the Bittul, then I can understand that I have the richness of spirit, and that's the yichud of the Tefillah of Moshe and the Tefillah of David Malka Mashiach, which is Rosh Tevos Mi or Yam, the question of Bina and Malchus itself, which is the secret of Moshe and David, who were both Niptar B'Shas Rav Deravin, and the moment of Shal Shuddis to be Megalazain, that what appears to be concealment and impoverishment is in truth the highest level of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's Rachamim Ravim, and the Rav Deravin that's it's Galasham. And the Zohar Kadosh continues to describe the process of Yaakov Avinu davening to the Vayishlach, and then it gives a commentary on the tefillah of Yaakov Avinu. And this is the point that I want to focus on Daf Kuf Samach Tes Amud Aleph. It says, "Va'ata amar teitiv eitiv imcha." And Yaakov Avinu says to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and you're the one who told me that you were going to be with me. In a sort of protesting of prayer, that Yaakov Avinu demands of HaKadosh Baruch Hu Kavyachol, that he be present to his promises. Va'ata amarta heitiv eitiv, and you said to me that I will surely make it great. My va'ata, what was Yaakov Avinu doing when he used the words ata? Because obviously the tefillos of the tzaddikim, which HaKadosh Baruch Hu desires so desperately, as the Zohar Kadosh says a few lines prior to this. So what is the secret of Va'ata? Kada amart Va'ata machayas kulam. Yaakov Avinu was accessing that secret of Va'ata machayas kulam. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you give life to all things. Uvhacha va'ata amart. I'm accessing that same level of va'ata. Va'ata machayas kulam, you give life to all things, is the very same orientation of va'ata amart. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in this moment of darkness, you also have to give life. Tachazi, come and see. David Malka Amar. David HaMelech says in Tehillim, in Parak Yutes, Yehi l'ratzain emreifi, that it should be your will, my words should be towards your will. The words, the utterances of my mouth should be in accordance with your will. Yehi l'ratzain emreifi, Elin Milinda is Parsha. These are the words that are expressed. The Hegya and Libi, and the murmurings or the contemplation of my heart. Elin Milinda Stimen de lo yachul barnashla afrashlam befumya. These are the words that are concealed within the mouth of the individual that they are incapable of expressing in their mouth. So the pasuk says, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, may the utterances of my lip be in your eyes, desirous in your eyes, and may the contemplation of my heart be desirous in your eyes. So the Zohar Kadosh is describing these two levels, the Imrei Fi, the words that can be expressed, the Hegyon Libi, these words that remain expressed but concealed within the self prior to the expression of speech. Dahu Hegyon, this is the secret of Hegyon, it's the contemplation of the heart. The Ihu Beliba, it takes place within the heart. The Lo Yachol is Parsha, that it's incapable to express these words. And therefore we have two forms of language, the language that can be expressed through the words of the mouth and the language that remains caught up in the heart. There are two forms of engaging with the world around us. There are two forms of engaging with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There are two forms of engaging with ourselves. They're saying everything that we feel that we need to be able to say, the secret of communication, of attempting to transmit the inner experience towards the outside by communicating, by saying words that are intelligible through conversation and interaction, etc., where a person lives in the world of Giluyim, where a person has to engage with other people, where a person has to attach themselves to the practical application of the ideas in order to prove the validity of the ideas. In the world of Ahava Shetali B'Davar, which is the secret of Diburim, words that can actually be expressed. In that world of expression, there are words that I can say, there are words that I need to say. I need to say everything. I need to try and say everything that I can possibly need to say. I need to express everything that there is to express. That's the world of Imrei Fi. But on top of that, and interior to that, and within it, is the secret of the Hegyon Libi, the murmurings and the contemplation of my heart. Now, this is also a language. This is also a way of directing myself to the other, to myself, or to the Rabbeinu Shalom. But it's a different form of language. It's an unconscious language. It's an inexpressibility that rests right underneath what I'm trying to say. In every word that I speak, every Imrei Fi, there is hidden the concealment of that word to which I choose not to speak, which I can't yet say, just as all language is built upon what it is not, because when I say the word tree, I'm not only saying a tree, but I'm also not saying every other word that I could possibly say, thereby containing within each word the negation of every other possible word as well. So too, in every utterance towards HaKadosh Baruch Hu, towards myself, towards another, I'm saying everything that I can in the realm of what I can control, what I am in control of, what my language can convey, but at the very same moment, nested in the heart of that experience is the secret of the Hegyon Halev, the Shar Hanun, which reveals that even after all is said and done, what rests beneath and what murmurs beneath is the secret that I haven't even begun yet, that there's an infinite level of gradations that I still need to grow, and that even though I feel that I've said what I need to say, I still can't say what I need to say, because the secret word, the sod upon which the entirety of existence rests, as the Zohar Kadosh says, can't be expressed. It's not that I don't have the right words to express it. It's that the very nature of what I'm trying to express is beyond the capacity of words. words. It's that which needs not to be said, the secret connection that rests above and beyond any means or activity. It's an ava she'eno tali b'davar. It's a love, a burning desire, b'ta'alumas halev, that's boar ad ein soif mamish, as Rabbi Nachman points out, that's totally in the conjecture of the heart and the contemplation of the heart, where each person understands and grasps the Rabban Shlalem in their own way, in spite of the fact that I can't express it. I can't even express it to myself, let alone can I express it to the Rabban Shlalem, as Rabbi Nachman opens up Sichos Haran and Ois Aleph with, which that I know, Ata Yadati Ki Gadol Hashem. I personally know that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is big. Why Ata? Why is David HaMelech saying specifically I know? Because I can't ever convey to the other what I know with regards to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because each and every person understands HaKadosh Baruch Hu in conjecture of their own heart. Kol Chad Lefum Shiru Delay, based on the pasuk of Eishes Chayal Taras Baila of Noida B'Sharim Bala, that he is known in the gates as a result of her, meaning the grandeur of the woman is what orients the world towards the masculine expression. It's an adraba Ipcha Mistabra. It's a transmission of all things, that the expression, the Baal, is known as a result of the secret of Malchus itself, which is the secret of Eishes Chayil Ataris Baila. But over there we see that it's L'chol Chad L'fum Shira Delay. Each person has their own conjecture and grasp of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in the heart of their own subjectivity, which is the makom of Hegyon Halev. And it's that place that doesn't need to be expressed. It's always there. Underneath every word that I say is all of the words that I can't yet say. And it's through the panim el panim encounter and the nuance of speech and the hiskashrus panimius that a person has, b'shas tefillah, b'shas hadibur, b'shas espoididus, b'shas anything that they're engaged in, that offers all of that silent expression that can't yet be expressed, yet nevertheless remains ultimately true and expressed within the spirit. It needs to be seen through and within the words themselves that are being uttered. That's the kala pnima de lo yashtama. That's the hidden voice that ascends throughout the entirety of existence that can't fully be heard. That's the Hegyon Halev that David HaMelech is speaking about. That's why the pasuk says Imrei fi vehegyon libi. Va'ada itzarech mila la'afarsha pumya v'mila detalya beliba. And it's for this reason that I need to express these words. It's for this reason that I need to express. Hi, sweetie pie. I'm giving a shir. Can you go downstairs for a minute? Okay, I'll be right down and I'll give it to you, okay? Okay, I'll give it to you in a second, okay? I love you. You go downstairs. No. Okay. Okay, and so Be'ezras Hashem, these two dargan are what are fundamentally necessary. So mila de is parsha, the word that is expressed, lakabel darga tata, that's going to be in accordance with the lower level, that which is revealed, the itztarech le'afarsha, those words that are tali bedavar, that I have the capacity of expressing. Hahu detalya beliba, but those words, that expression that can't fully be expressed, that secret power that rests within me, that infinite koyach that I can't fully express because it's rooted in the infinite, which has no words that can be applied to it. Hahu detalya beliba, but that which is contingent and dependent upon the heart, ihu lakabel darga panima, that is associated with the innermost level. But in truth, both of them are fundamentally unified. The revealed and the concealed, the heart and the speech, are both inherently connected. Va'ada Amar, and it's based on this that the pasuk says, may it be your desire, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that the utterances of my lips, the Hegyon Libi, and the contemplation of my heart, lefanecha, it should be in front of you, it should be mitzached, kegavna da Amar Yaakov. This is exactly what Yaakov Avinu did. Bekadmisa parish mila kedekayaus. First and foremost, Yaakov Avinu said everything he could try and say. He did everything that was within his control to do. He did what he seemingly had the power to do. He offered all of his utterances. He spoke all of the words in his lexicon that he was capable of expressing to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. B'chadmisa, in the beginning, parish mila, he expressed his word, k'tkayaus. Ulebasar sasim mila. In the end, he closed off his words. He didn't speak. The ihutalia behagyoina deliba, because it was contingent and dependent upon the secret contemplation of the heart. And it's not necessary to express it because it's impossible to express it. As HaKadosh Baruch Hu promised him that I will place your offspring Knesset Yisrael like the sand of the sea, asher lo yisaper mirov, that will not be able to be counted, that will not be able to be expressed. We see this lo, this negation of the capacity to speak, this negation of the capacity to express is in truth the true sign of the fact that it doesn't need to be expressed, because that's the secret of the Hegyon Halev. Here we find an encounter with the word that is dependent on the heart, that does not need to be expressed. And this is necessary in order to unify those two worlds, the revealed and the concealed and the revealed, that which is expressed and that which hides in the inexpressibility of what rests at the core of our expression, both both expressions, Min ha'olam v'ad ha'olam. This is what we have to encounter with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. First, we say all that we can say, and then we say, Rabbanu Shleilim. After I've said all that I can say, I realize that I haven't even begun to say what I can possibly say. This is the secret of Avinu Malkeinu, where after giving all of the reasons that HaKadosh Baruch Hu should save us, in the end of the day, we say, Ki ein banu ma'asim, asay yimanu tzedakah v'chesed v'yishienu, that it's built upon nothing. In the end of the words, at the heart of all of my words are a lo, that I'm always saying lo, that I'm trying to come to a place of saying kain, but at the heart of all of the kain, I'm encountering the fact that I can't fully say what needs to be said. And this is the secret of the milah hagnuza beplumya. It's the secret of the word that remains caught up in the lips, the secret of the soid of the hiskashrus between a person and the Rebbeinu Shalom, between a person and themselves, which is fundamentally expressed in front of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, in spite of the fact that it's not expressed in the way we conceive as expression taking place. Zachan inun sadikayu, praiseworthy are those tzadikim, they know how to encounter HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They know how to arrange their words properly. First expression and then entering into the expression of silence. And to daven their tefillos properly. Begin kach, ksiv. And for this reason, the pasuk says, V'yomer li avdi ati Yisrael asher b'cha espire. And it's for this reason that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Klal Yisrael that you are my children. You are the ones who I will find grandeur, and you are the ones who I will find celebration, and you are the ones who I will find that emergence of possibility from, the secret of Hisparus Yisrael, the secret of the power of what we can say and what we can't say, both being expressive and indicative of our undying desire to the Rebbeinu Shalom, Be'ezras Hashem.